While millions in North Korea struggle to find food, their leader lives in a world of extreme luxury, from golden palaces to secret yachts and gourmet meals that cost more than a year's salary. But how far does Kim Jong Un go to hide his twisted pleasures? And just how much is he really worth behind the world's strictest sanctions? Join us as we uncover the secret life of the world's most mysterious and extravagantly rich dictator. Kim's billion-dollar birthright. Kim Jong Un, the current leader of North Korea, took control of the country in 2011 after the passing of his father, Kim Jong Il.
The funeral of Kim Jong Il, the former leader of North Korea. The process of handing over power to his son is well underway. Kim Jong Un has already been named the great successor.
He is the third ruler from the Kim family, following his grandfather, Kim Il-sung, who founded the country. Born on January 8, 1984, Kim was raised in extreme comfort, surrounded by wealth from birth. As a teenager, he studied in Switzerland under a false identity, living in a fancy apartment and attending an expensive international school. His education reportedly cost approximately $25,000 per year. After returning to North Korea, he attended the country's top military university, where he focused on physics and military training. Although official reports indicate he's worth around $5 billion, some believe his actual wealth could be significantly higher, possibly exceeding $100 billion. This speculation stems from rumors that his regime generates revenue through covert arms deals and other clandestine international business ventures. China, North Korea's main ally, is also believed to provide money and resources to help keep his government strong. Despite global sanctions aimed at stopping him from doing business, Kim has quietly built a network of hidden companies and overseas investments, demonstrating his skill at working around pressure. The grandpa who'd take a bullet for Kim. The supreme leader is one of the most protected people on the planet, and for good reason. But what's truly shocking isn't just how tight the security is, it's how strange the team behind it looks. Leading this unusual setup is a short, round man with a serious face. Experts in the US and South Korea believe he's General Kim Chol-gyu. To some, he's known simply as Grandpa. A former US analyst who studied North Korea gave him that nickname.
Who is Kim Yong-chol? The former spy chief is one of President Kim Jong-un's most trusted advisors.
Grandpa has been guarding North Korea's leaders since the days of Kim Jong-un's father, Kim Jong-il. He first appeared frequently beside Kim Jong-il around 2008. When Kim Jong-il passed away in 2011, Grandpa didn't step down. He stayed close to Kim Jong-un, and still does. He runs a strict, three-layer defense around the leader. The third layer is the widest. These guards wear full combat gear and carry heavy guns. You'll find them far from the leader, facing outward, ready for anything. The second layer moves with the leader. These guards wear simple uniforms and hats, and they usually carry pistols. Around 6 of them surround the leader, some behind, some beside, and sometimes a few in front. You don't always notice them in pictures, but they show up clearly in videos. The closest layer, Tier 1, is the most trusted. These bodyguards stick to Kim like glue. They wear military-style clothes, carry pistols, and never leave his side. When Kim travels or meets world leaders, another group joins in. This group wears suits and ties, blending in, but you can spot them by how they stand, tall, stiff, alert. And there's Grandpa again. Whether it's a global summit or a surprise visit, you'll spot him somewhere nearby. During big moments, like Kim's meetings with Donald Trump or Putin, Grandpa doesn't just follow. He walks ahead, checks the area, and gives the green light. At outdoor events, the guards don't relax. When Kim visits soldiers, they walk a few steps ahead or behind him, while others blend into the troops. Nothing is left to chance. When Kim takes short limo rides, guards run beside the car, matching its speed. Inside buildings, 1 or 2 guards go first, scanning each room before Kim enters. Grandpa often does this himself. Sometimes, you'll even see him helping Kim walk upstairs or cross uneven ground, especially on ships or military bases. This team guards more than just his life. They protect everything about him. Why Kim brings his toilet everywhere. Kim Jong Un doesn't use public bathrooms. He brings his own everywhere. North Korea treats even its supreme leader's body waste like top-secret material. Sounds crazy? It's not. His waste could give away deep secrets. If enemies were to obtain it, they could study his DNA. That means learning about his health, his diet, and maybe even his weaknesses. For a man like Kim, that kind of info could be dangerous in the wrong hands. That's why he travels with a private toilet at all times.
According to many published reports, Kim brought his own toilet to the summit as a safety precaution.
Whether he's in Singapore or on a secret train ride, the toilet follows. It's part of his security team, just like his guards protect him from bullets. This toilet protects him from spies. However, it's not just the supreme leader's feces that are valued when it comes to national security. Recently, North Korea sent poop-filled balloons into South Korea. Yes, over 260 real balloons carrying bags of human waste.
South Korea now, where hundreds of balloons filled with trash and suspected excrement have landed, sent over the border by neighboring North Korea.
As a direct answer to South Korean activists who had been floating leaflets across the border. South Korean authorities issued a warning, telling citizens to stay indoors. The military said the balloons might be dangerous, calling them toxic and biohazards. Police took over the cleanup of the bags that landed in 8 of South Korea's 9 provinces. South Korea slammed the stunt as a serious threat and a violation of international law. They warned North Korea to stop or face the fallout. Inside Kim's 180 palaces. Reports say Kim Jong Un owns nearly 180 special homes scattered across North Korea, with one standing out more than the rest: the Pyongyang estate. Built in 1983, it covers a massive area the size of a small city, hidden deep in the forest and protected with layers of high-security systems. The estate has everything: grand dining halls, a huge swimming pool with a massive slide, sports fields, and 3 man-made lakes. Beneath it all is a bomb-proof shelter built to survive even a nuclear blast. Recent satellite images reveal the construction of 8 new houses in a private area of Pyongyang, near the top government offices. It's believed that these buildings help Kim oversee military plans, government operations, and national security. A new control center has also appeared in that area, with space available for additional homes. In addition to all this, Kim owns approximately 13 private resorts nationwide. He uses half of them regularly, not just for relaxation, but also to lead the country from different secret locations. Kim's properties are protected by an estimated 120 soldiers, more than the number of people guarding the U.S. president. Secret tunnels connect these homes, allowing him to move without being seen. One of his favorite places is the Kangdong residence, a summer getaway that features swimming pools, horse tracks, multiple houses, and even its train station. Another, the Wonsan estate, sits near the coast, featuring private villas, sandy beaches, a yacht harbor, and a full water park, showcasing just how far Kim's lifestyle extends beyond everyday luxury. So, what does Kim Jong Un do for fun inside his heavily guarded mansion? One of his favorite things is watching movies, but not in a regular way. He has a private cinema equipped with the latest technology, luxurious seats, and surround sound. Only his closest friends, family, and top officials are allowed inside. He watches big Hollywood films, Disney animations, James Bond movies, and even South Korean dramas, stuff banned for everyone else in North Korea. But this theater isn't just for fun, it's also used to boost his image. In August 2023, Kim threw a massive party there to celebrate Navy Day. Hundreds of soldiers and top commanders were invited to attend. They all watched a video of a nuclear missile launch, a display meant to wow the crowd and remind everyone who's in charge. Kim's secret satisfaction team. In North Korea, anything related to sex work is officially banned and hidden from the outside world. The law says repeat offenders can be sent to labor camps, but behind the scenes, a very different story plays out, especially under Kim Jong Un's rule. Unlike in his grandfather's time, where such things were kept quiet and mostly unseen, Kim brought back an old, secretive tradition called the Kipumjo, a private team of young women picked to serve him in every way. This group includes about 2,000 hand-picked girls, chosen for their beauty, youth, and obedience. They are trained in singing, dancing, massage, and how to please the leader. While Kim likes to show himself as a family man with his wife Ri Sol-ju, many believe her public appearances are just for show. Behind closed doors, this secret team keeps Kim company. He spends a huge amount of money maintaining them. In 2016, reports claimed he spent around $4 million just on gifts and luxury items for these women. Getting into this group is extremely hard. The selection is strict and brutal. Girls must go through full-body checkups, blood tests, scans, organ checks, to make sure they're completely healthy. The women in this secret group are called manjokjo, which means satisfaction team. They're usually chosen as virgins between the ages of 14 and 20. Once selected, they go through nearly 2 years of training, learning everything from how to behave around powerful men to how to dance, sing, and serve. By the time they reach 25, many are forced to marry military guards or men who have earned favor with the regime. It's not love, it's an order. Refusing to join isn't an option. Even girls from powerful families can't say no. Once selected, their life belongs to the state. They serve only the top officials of the Workers' Party. Ordinary men in North Korea will never meet anyone from this group. It's a hidden world created to please the elite. To even be considered, the girls must go through psychological testing. The government wants to be sure they won't break under pressure or leak any secrets. Investigators also dig deep into their family history. Only the most obedient and clean background girls are accepted. Not every girl in the Kipumjo ends up in sexual roles. Some are kept only for massages or to perform dances and music at private events. The original group was quietly shut down after Kim Jong Un passed away in 2011. However, in 2015, reports claimed that Kim Jong Un was bringing it back, reviving a dark legacy that combines power with control. Kim's menu. You'd think leading a starving country would call for modest living, but Kim Jong Un lives like royalty. While most North Koreans battle hunger and survive on plain rice or corn, Kim dines like a global tycoon. His meals are filled with rare dishes and pricey drinks, all flown in from outside the country. Reports say he spends millions every year just to satisfy his expensive tastes. Instead of local food, Kim enjoys Japanese Kobe beef, one of the world's softest, most buttery meats. A single pound can cost hundreds of dollars. He pairs it with Cristal champagne, a luxury drink known for its sparkle and steep price. For Kim, dinner isn't just food, it's a show of power. This craving for fine dining didn't start recently. As a child, Kim was raised in luxury. One of his biggest influences was Kenji Fujimoto, a personal chef from Japan who cooked for Kim's family for over a decade. Fujimoto says Kim was obsessed with sushi from a young age. Every time I made sushi for his father, little Kim was there too, always eager, always excited, he said. But it's not just the food, it's how much of it he eats. Rich, heavy meals stacked on top of each other, every single day. Combined with long nights and little exercise, it's no surprise that Kim's weight has drawn attention, even inside North Korea. His obsession doesn't stop at fine meats or sushi, it extends to cheese. One of his favorite treats is rich, creamy Emmental, a Swiss cheese renowned for its nutty flavor and distinctive holes. He loves it so much that he once sent his chefs to France just to learn how to make it. But his cheesy cravings have come with a price. His heavy intake reportedly triggered health issues like gout, which forced him to disappear from public view for a while. Kenji Fujimoto also shared that Kim has a long-standing taste for shark's fin soup, a dish he has eaten up to 3 times a week since he was a child. When Kim throws a party, it's not just a meal, it's a full-blown show. Lavish feasts feature rare items, such as pork from Denmark, caviar from Iran, and even fresh watermelon from China. The cost of catering to Kim's luxurious tastes runs into the millions every year. But that's not all. Kim is rumored to drink snake wine. Yes, real snakes soaked in rice wine, believing it helps boost his strength and maybe even produce a male heir. Despite his hope for vitality, Kim's increasing weight and poor health make it difficult for him to stay fit. His young wife, Ri Sol-ju, reportedly puts pressure on him to take better care of himself. But instead of hitting the gym, Kim relies on a group of Russian doctors and scientists who fly in to keep him going with special treatments. While his people face food shortages and nearly half the country battles malnutrition, Kim sips on rare Brazilian coffee that costs hundreds per pound. One report states that he spent almost $1 million on that coffee in a single year and around $59,000 just on gum. On top of that, he lights up with expensive Yves Saint Laurent cigarettes, just another symbol of a life far removed from his suffering people. Imported liquor is a must-have. Kim Jong Un isn't just living rich, he's drowning in luxury booze. While his people are stuck with hunger and basic survival, Kim is reportedly spending around $30 million every year just on alcohol. That kind of money could build cities, but for him, it's just to keep the drinks flowing for himself and his inner circle. In 2015, Kim spent up to $155,000 on whiskey from places like Germany and Denmark, $2,000 worth on rum, hundreds more on gin, and nearly $300,000 on bottles of wine and champagne from Italy, Macedonia, and Bulgaria. In 2019, customs officers at the Rotterdam port seized nearly 1 million bottles of Russian vodka heading straight to North Korea. These weren't for the people, they were for Kim and his top officials. This shows just how deep his addiction runs and how even global sanctions barely scratch the surface. His favorite drinks aren't your average bottles either. Kim is said to down Cristal champagne like soda, polishing off 2 bottles in one sitting. Then there's Hennessy, which he drinks like it's no big deal, despite it being one of the world's priciest cognacs. It's reported that his growing belly is a direct result of these drinking habits. While millions in North Korea can't even get enough rice, Kim is spending more on 1 bottle of liquor than most of his citizens earn in a year. This love for alcohol runs in the family. His father, Kim Jong Il, was also a fan of expensive drinks. One wild story claims Kim Jong Un once bragged about drinking 10 bottles of French wine in a single night. Most nights, Kim sits around with a fancy cigarette in one hand and a glass of something expensive in the other. He reportedly drinks so much that he can't fall asleep unless he's completely buzzed. Some insiders say it's not just about partying. He drinks to handle the stress and fear that come with leading a country where enemies are everywhere, even inside his circle. One report from The Mirror claims Kim might be going through a midlife crisis. A Southeast Asian scholar, Dr. Choi Jing-wok, said Kim is battling fear, isolation, and profound anxiety in his 40s. The doctor even shared that Kim has broken down in tears after heavy drinking, feeling overwhelmed and alone despite all the power he holds. Even though doctors and his wife have warned him to cut back and focus on his health, he doesn't listen. The craziest part? He continues to push national programs that promote public health while ignoring his own. The contrast between his lifestyle and that of his suffering people couldn't be more extreme. Grand Voyage. Kim Jong Un doesn't travel like most world leaders. He does it his way, in an over-the-top style that grabs attention. Instead of flying around the world like many presidents or prime ministers, he often rides in a train known as the Moving Fortress. It stretches across 21 carriages and is built like a tank on tracks. The walls, floors, and windows are all reinforced to stop bullets and withstand explosions. Inside, the train is packed with a wide range of weapons, handguns, automatic rifles, anti-tank gear, and even portable missiles to shoot down aircraft if needed, and even has a helicopter on standby in case he needs to flee quickly. Only a small circle of trusted people, mostly top military and government figures, have ever stepped inside this rolling fortress. This train travels at a leisurely pace of 37 miles per hour, taking over 20 hours to complete some trips. Inside, it's packed with fine wines, gourmet food like lobster, and every comfort you can imagine. It's more than just transportation. It's a symbol of luxury, tradition, and power. It's a symbol of luxury, tradition, and power. The train, named Taeyangcho, which means sun in Korean, honors Kim Il-sung, the founder of North Korea. He started this tradition, and now Kim Jong Un continues it. Before the train even starts moving, agents are dispatched ahead to inspect the tracks, scan the stations, and clear any potential threats. Kim Jong-il, Kim Jong Un's father, also loved train travel, partly because he was scared of flying. In 2001, it took him 10 days to travel to Moscow for a meeting with Vladimir Putin. A Russian general who rode with him later wrote a book describing how you could ask for food from Russia, Japan, Korea, China, or even France. Live lobsters were delivered to the train, and wine from Paris was flown in. Some say even Putin's train couldn't compete with the comfort and style Kim Jong-il enjoyed. Another Russian official recalled rare foods like donkey meat and abalones, accompanied by constant performances and live music during the ride. The train had around 90 carriages, filled with luxurious rooms, meeting spaces, and top-level technology, including satellite phones and flat-screen TVs. In 2011, Kim Jong-il reportedly passed away of a heart attack while traveling in one of those carriages. In 2019, he arrived in Vladivostok by rail to meet Putin again. His route often begins in Pyongyang and heads toward the Russian border, where workers must spend hours changing the train's wheels to fit Russian tracks. Aside from the train, Kim has access to other flashy rides. He studied in Switzerland and is familiar with the high life. In 2018, he flew to China to meet President Xi Jinping. That jet, a Soviet-built Ilyushin 62, is called Chamai-1, after North Korea's national bird, the goshawk. It's sleek, rare, and exclusive, just like everything else in Kim Jong-un's carefully crafted world. The plane is also used to transport North Korean delegations, such as during the 2018 Winter Olympics in South Korea. The jet's white body, marked with North Korea's name, flag, and a red star on the tail, is designed to impress. Inside, it's modern and sleek, and Kim has even held meetings mid-flight, turning the skies into his private office. That Olympic trip grabbed headlines. On board was Kim's sister, Kim Yo-jong, one of the most powerful figures in the regime. The flight was tagged PRK 615, which many believe references a rare moment of peace, the June 15 North-South Agreement made in 2000. But that's not the only plane Kim has used. He has been seen aboard a Ukrainian Antonov An-148 with the Air Koryo logo, and in 2014, North Korean state TV aired footage of him inside. In 2015, they took it further, broadcasting him flying a North Korean-made light aircraft and even sitting at the controls of an AN-2 biplane. Whether it was staged or real, the message was clear. Kim is in control, no matter where he is. He doesn't just fly, he rolls in style too. When he traveled to Beijing in 2018 by train, he brought along his custom Mercedes-Benz S-Class. The car, worth approximately 2 billion Korean won, was unloaded upon arrival and used for getting around the city. During the historic 2018 Inter-Korean Summit, he drove the same car across the border with his security team jogging beside it, a dramatic scene seen around the world. That motorcade even had a mobile bathroom. Yes, a private toilet built into one of the armored vehicles, always ready wherever Kim goes. Kim Jong-un's garage is packed with some of the world's most expensive and rarest vehicles, from sleek Rolls-Royces to powerful Lamborghinis and high-end Audis. Each car is built just for him, with special paint, plush interiors, and sound systems tuned to his liking. His love for cars started young. Stories say he was already behind the wheel at age 7, guided by his father. Today, his collection has grown to over 100 cars, with Mercedes-Benz being the clear favorite. North Korean media have also shown Kim using everything from boats to submarines to ski lifts, showcasing his access to almost any form of transport. While some luxury cars are rumored to be part of his private fleet, they haven't been confirmed for use on international trips. In one 2013 visit to a military fishing site, sharp-eyed observers noticed a $7 million yacht sitting quietly in the background of photos, raising eyebrows due to sanctions that ban luxury imports into the country. Satellite images from 2015 revealed a new helipad near a lakeside villa in South Pyongan province. Experts from Johns Hopkins University speculated it was built for Kim's personal use or to welcome high-level guests. Either way, it adds to the growing list of flashy ways Kim moves around, each ride carefully chosen to show status, strength, and supreme control. Living larger than life. Kim Jong Un never lets anything stand in the way of his desires. One of his favorite luxuries is Swiss watches. Whether he's at a summit or a military parade, you'll often see a gleaming timepiece on his wrist. His collection includes top brands like Patek Philippe, Audemars Piguet, and Vacheron Constantin. Even though Switzerland banned watch sales to North Korea in 2016, Kim still manages to get his hands on them. Some are worth more than most homes, and his entire collection is estimated to be worth over $8 million. His wife, Ri Sol-ju, matches his lavish lifestyle with elegance and confidence. Every public appearance feels like a fashion statement. Her clothes and accessories are often from top designer brands. She was once spotted carrying a 1,600,000 Christian Dior handbag. Kim also has a strong passion for horses and has spent over $500,000 importing nearly 140 purebreds from Russia. In one well-known video, he was seen riding a white horse on a snowy mountain. Some of these horses cost more than $100,000 each, and maintaining them reportedly takes up a fifth of the state's budget. He also inherited a love for golf from his father. Kim owns private golf courses that cost around $3 million to build and $500,000 a year to maintain. These courses are off limits to the public and kept in perfect condition for his enjoyment. Music is another one of Kim's big indulgences. In 2014, he imported 36 luxury pianos and high-end recording equipment, spending more than $6 million in total. He even has a personal band of 13 female violinists who play just for him. The Supreme Leader is also a huge basketball fan, and many of his homes have basketball courts. He once invited the Harlem Globetrotters to North Korea just for fun, and in 2019, he suggested that the U.S. send NBA stars to North Korea as part of a peace offer. This love for basketball runs in the family. His father, Kim Jong Il, was also a big fan. In 2000, he asked Michael Jordan to visit North Korea, but Jordan declined. Instead, U.S. officials gave Kim a basketball signed by Jordan. Years later, Dennis Rodman became the unexpected link between the NBA and North Korea, forming a strange friendship with the younger Kim. Dennis Rodman said Kim enjoys karaoke, 80s pop, and live performances. In 2018, Kim attended a K-pop concert in Pyongyang, where he and Ri Sol-ju clapped along and took photos with performers like Red Velvet. Thank you for watching till the end. See you next time.